This is for lab 13. The goal of this lab is to use host profiles to manage host configuration compliance. The tasks include first to pre-configure an ESXi host to introduce some errors in its configuration, export and import a host profile, and duplicate and edit a host profile, and then attach the ESXi host with errors to a host profile, and running an initial compliance check and then make it compliant. And also introduce some configuration drifts to the hosts, then running a compliance check and remediate the configuration drift. First, I'm going to create a distributed switch and add some hosts to it. This will add 3 hosts to this DVS lab. Next, I'm going to pre-configure an ESXi host to introduce some errors to its configuration. This will introduce an error to this NTP server because it uses a wrong IP address. Next, I'm going to create and export a host profile. Now the extracted profile is created. Now export this extracted profile and save it to the desktop. Next, I'm going to import this extracted profile. Now the imported profile is created. Next, I'm going to duplicate this imported profile and make some edits. And now I'm going to make some edits to remove some check items. Next, I'm going to attach an ESXi host to this host profile. Next, I'm going to run some compliance check. Because some error was introduced to the NTP server on this 02 host, now this host shows it's not compliant. Now I'm going to make some changes to both the host 02 and also the basic host configuration profile to make this host compliant with the profile. Now I correct this wrong IP address and now edit this basic host configuration to remove some check items, check compliance again, and then now host 02 is compliant. Next, I'm going to introduce some configuration drift and now remove this uplink. Now, because the uplink 1 was removed from host 02, host 02 is not in this uplink 1 list. Next, I'm going to run a compliance check again and remediate the configuration drift. And now running this pre-check remediation. Now put host 02 to maintenance mode and running pre-check remediation again. Now remediate the configuration drift. Now host 02 becomes compliant. Now host 02 is back to this uplink 1. This concludes week 8, lab 13.